Welcome, my brothers and sisters in Christ, and let's dive into the Word. Today's Gospel is the infamous passage of asking, searching, and knocking. Jesus tells us that everyone who asks receives, everyone who searches finds, and everyone who knocks will have the door opened. How apt is it that the first reading for today is Esther's prayer for her cousin Mordecai and for all the Jews. The book of Esther tells us that the queen was seized with anxiety, that she fled to the Lord. Removing all her garments and adornments, she fasted and prayed to God. Her prayer was a prayer of petition. She asked for eloquent speech and courage to confront the king and explain the plot of Haman against the Jews and her cousin. She asked for the king's heart to be changed in favor of the Jews, and she prayed for the deliverance of the Jews from the evildoers and to save her from her fear. If you notice here, Esther didn't have to pray any of these prayers. She didn't have to confront the king. She didn't have to fight for the Jews. She was already the queen. She already had her life set. She was more than comfortable where she was. Esther had the option of silence because up until this moment, her Jewish identity was a secret from the king. She didn't have to risk it. And yet, Queen Esther chose to do it. She knew through the faith that was passed down from her ancestors that God was God, righteous, powerful, faithful God. She was afraid of losing it all, her life even, and fear did overwhelm her. But she went to God and asked Him to help her and the Jews. I heard a priest once say, "What happens if two opposing teams pray for victory in a sports game? Whose prayer wins? Which one is answered? God cannot please both sides, can He?" In verse 11 of today's Gospel, Jesus says, "If you then who are evil know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will the Father in heaven give things to those who ask Him?" Esther echoes this prayer repeatedly when she tells God, "You have knowledge of all things. You know my necessity." Esther didn't go to see the king after the king chose to believe her side of the story or said that he won't hurt her. She went and confronted the king even though her life was on the line, because she trusted that God knows all things and is righteous in all that He does. Esther prayed and asked for all those things in complete trust that the God of her ancestors, her God, knows what she and her fellow Israelites needed. Brothers and sisters in Christ, let us use this season of Lent to pray and trust in God as Esther did. Have a blessed day ahead.